Hey there, it's Tammy with It's All About the Dogs, and
Noelle with Positive Directions Canine Academy.
what are we talking about today, Noelle?
Well, today I wanted to talk about dogs that are overexcited or over-socialized. I know that sounds kind of like an oxymoron, but
Right.
I'm seeing a lot in dogs that spend a lot of time in daycare or a lot of time in dog parks. And what it is those dogs think that everybody's a friend and that everybody wants to interact or play with them. And they're pulling their owners to other dogs, they're in other dogs' faces, they are just over the top with excitement and they can't seem to calm down.
It's overstimulated, right?
Overstimulated, overexcited,
I know
just
that crazy
over
one.
the top.
That crazy one that I have over there. When we go out and do something, when we get home, she's just like all over the map.
Yep.
And I have to really work to get her to decompress.
To decompress and calm down.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with using a dog crate to help your dog learn to relax. I think that it's critical for your dogs to be able to learn that there's a time to play, there's a time to be calm, there's a time to take direction.
Sure.
And these dogs that are pulling their owners into daycare, the owners are not doing their dogs any favors by allowing that to continue. Because the dog's already overstimulated, then they get into an environment which is over the top stimulation, and their brain almost becomes hardwired to stay in that state. And the dogs then start to lose the ability to be able to calm down. And it's not that I'm saying that doggy daycares are necessarily a bad thing, but it's important for the owner to take the time necessary to let their dog go in calm and under control so that they learn how to be. The more that they stay in that calm, under control state, they can still play and interact and have a good time. But when they're over the top, that's when dog fights happen.
Yeah, and I bet you see that when people come into classes too, don't you? And I've been guilty of it, especially with that one over there. That's Zella in the background running amok. She gets so excited if she knows we're doing scent work and she's coming over here to do scent work or something like that. She wants to race through the door because she's so excited.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to like take a step back, right?
Yep, exactly. In fact, I wouldn't even open the door for a dog that was dancing around or bouncing around in my car. I'm going to sit there until the dog's able to relax. Then I'll go and I'll try to open the door, and if that brings that excitement level back up, then stop, get back in the car, check your emails, check your voicemails, play a game on your phone, do whatever you have to do to help
Even
the
if you're
dog.
late for class.
Even if you're a little bit late. I would much
Right?
rather that you take a little extra time to come in than to come in bursting through the door with the dog crazed at the end of your leash coming in, because that is so disruptive to everybody.
It is.
And it's disruptive to everyone around. And you know, we hear all the time, but my dog's so friendly. And it's great to have a friendly dog. But not every dog's friendly.
Well, you've got Levi right here, and it's not that he's not friendly. He just doesn't like anyone in his space, and when a dog comes barreling in and gets in his face, he gets defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not that he's going to go after, he's so calm. He's the calmest dog I have ever had. But he doesn't want that. And there's just like people, I don't want people running up and getting in my face either.
Can you imagine going to the
No.
grocery store where everybody was running amok with their grocery carts, screaming and dashing around? I mean, hi, do you want to be my friend? Hi, how are you? Let's play bumper carts. Yeah, I just can't even imagine going into a place like that. And you know, as hard as you may try, and you may not be that kind of person, but that energy is going to affect you one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's either going to make you so anxious and so over the top that you never want to go grocery shopping again, or you're going to come out of there like just hyped up, like you've had 10 cups of coffee before you went grocery shopping.
You know, and I got to tell you, I take Zella and go with my friend Ashley, and we do some like obedience and things, and I take my my scent work stuff to like Murdoch's and places like that. And there was a little dog that this lady had no control over in Murdoch's, and she let that dog go. I mean, just dropped the leash, and it made a beeline for Zella, and Zella, all her hair stand up, and she got behind me. She was freaked the heck out.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to run up to that lady and hug her and go, hi,
Mm-hmm.
can I be your friend? That's what your dog just did to my dog.
Right.
You know, because
Right.
it freaked her out.
Yep. Yep. It's just, it's too much. And dogs don't handle that very well. In fact,
No.
the only way that they have to be able to back another dog out of their space is to growl or to be reactive about it.
Which is what
And then
he
as soon as
does.
your dog starts to growl, most owners are like, no, don't growl. But if you take away that early warning system, then your dog's gonna just go straight into bite. And that's when I get phone calls from people that tell me that there was no warning, there was nothing, they just got into a dog fight. And those are people that have been correcting their dogs for growling. When your dog's growling, they're trying to communicate something to you, and it's better that you listen to why they're growling and then react appropriately to whatever that may be. It could be that your dog's maybe unsure of something, maybe that other dog's coming in just too hot for them, and they're trying to warn you ahead of time that if the dog gets any closer, then I'm gonna have to do something.
They can't, that's the only way they can tell you.
Exactly. So just be cautious, be careful. If you're taking your dog into doggy daycare, try to arrive a few minutes early to allow your dog the opportunity to relax and calm down. Take them into the building under control, and they will have a much better playtime experience, and the likelihood of them getting into a dog fight while they're at that facility when they're in that calm emotional state is going to be far less.
Well, and you're gonna have a better time too. Because
Absolutely.
You're not gonna be worried about your dog
Exactly.
getting into an argument.
And you know, some people think it's fun or it's funny, but it's really not. That is a horrible place to live. I wouldn't want to be in that state of mind where everything was balls to the walls 110% of the time.
Right, fearful and anxious, and
Yeah.
she tends to get anxious pretty quickly too.
Yep.
Yep.
So anyway, that's just our 2 cents for the day.
We're gonna do another video here shortly about dog parks.
Dog parks, yes.
Pros and cons. So.
And I kind of touched on dog parks a second ago, and then I hope you noticed that I just dropped it right there. So
we're gonna segue into that.
We're gonna
Watch for
segue
our
into
next
that next.
video.
Awesome.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, before you go, like the button down below,
Oh,
share
yeah.
with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank
Yeah.
you guys so much, and we'll have a great day.